Hello, my friend. If you're going to live a life of kindness, meaning that you will always think the best of other people, and therefore you will extend yourself to others, try to understand them, try to be good to them, try to help whenever you can. Sometimes that will mean that you cipher yourself away, and that can be a very good thing. To really put other people first, to extend yourself, to support, to efface yourself, to do what is best for the other. That's a big test of how serious you are about kindness and a loving way of being. And if you have the strength and the inner integrity and the ability to hold that and to give without expecting anything back in return, if you have that capacity, it's great that you can live that way. And it's even better if you can forgive other people for their denigration or their lack of support or their using you even. Forgive them, pass over it, and learn. That's great. But very, very few people can do that, my friend. It takes tremendous experience and strength to do that, even once, let alone to many different people. Most of us need to know that we are not on our own in this process of reaching out across the divide, supporting and giving. We want to know that these other people will not take advantage of us when we do that, and will not ridicule us for being suckers, or for being naive, or for needing to be so good. All easy excuses, of course, for not thinking about that dynamic. We need to know that there is mutuality in the relationship, that the other will bring something to the table, that we are not the only one rowing the boat whilst the others are sitting at the back taking it easy, that we are not always the one giving the handouts when others are not taking their turns. It is just as important, my friend, to learn to hold your own and to demand a just situation and a quid pro quo in the relationship where each gives and each tolerates and each is gracious in accepting gifts and giving gifts. If it can't be like that, it's going to wear you down. Kindness and love require you to also be strong, have boundaries, and be aware of this crucial need for the flow of energy to go this way and that way. When it is a one-way street, my friend, you will end up suffering. And you cannot hold that against the other, because that would be taking all your kindness away. For if you were expecting the other to give more than they did, then were you kind to begin with? Or were you just needy and wanting to be seen as a good person or to be needed? To be clear in yourself about those boundaries and that equality, that justice, and to hold to that, and to allow the other to give as much as you give them, and to keep an eye on that, and to rebalance it each time it gets out of balance, that skill, my friend, is essential to living with kindness and love. So that's why we say you have to be firm as well as kind. You have to be clear as well as having a loving heart. You have to understand the dynamics of the relationship and not ever hold yourself out to be exploited or have your goodwill taken for granted or taken advantage of. Only when you are super strong and it doesn't matter anymore, and you can look at people and you can see that they just don't understand this yet, my friend, and that they would never be able to be in that reciprocity with you. Only when you've grown to that level can you let it go. But until that time, be careful about being firm as well as kind, and to be self-aware as well as generous, and to be always aware of what is happening in the boundary between you and the other person in both directions. Take care, my friend. Take good care to keep that balance there.